Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Buddy, and today we're going to be playing this game called Disturbed. Now, I never played this game, and I don't know how it's going to go, and, well, I haven't played this game, of course, so let's just get started. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. Alright, so it's one of these games. For some time, the land has been very quiet. Zombie apocalypse? The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps is it up to you? You've made your mind, you're going to do something about it. How am I going to do something about it? You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Oh, okay. What will the shed do? You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Bust it down. Oh, dang it. Go to the crops. A path divides the crops. You have labored so hard and prospered these past few months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. I'm sorry, but the only decaying thing, I'm getting, is not, a bad smell. I'm just getting corn smell, which smells really good. Follow path, go back to the pit. I'll go back to the house. Stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Let's go to the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time. You just lay in bed and wish that your problems would just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. I'm gonna open the chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Dear Journal, another usual day in the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Benneth is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Well, that didn't go out well. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. About that, you kind of lost the key. Dear Journal, I woke up one night to a foul smell I have never came across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Okay. Owner, lay in bed? You lay in bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you. A stone, glowing as if it was alive. The chants get louder, and your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone in your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. The particles flow in the stone, sapping the life from your body. What? You feel pain you have never experienced before. The fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Oh my gosh! Your adventure inheres. Jeez! What is up with that stone? What? Load game. Oh, I didn't save anything. Well, this game's gonna be like this. Blah, blah, blah. Sure, I probably shouldn't have went in the house. But I went back to where we were, and I'm just gonna do this. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the crops. The path divides you. Let's go to the pen, which is right there, right? Yeah. Toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as the growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand there, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Decomposers, man. Oh. Why would you want to grab a mushroom? You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up in a dark, moist constancy as the poison spreads. You die eventually after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Yeah, those are some serious shrooms. Well, no, not in the house. Go back outside. Let's go to the crops. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Can I save? Can't save. Are you sure? Yeah, I can't save. Let's go to the cave. There is a faint whistle in the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful could be in here. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, no. I have no weapons, and I can't run from a bear. Let's run. The moment you turn around, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking and loosening stones from the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. That doesn't happen, does it? Yeah. That doesn't happen. Well, you make it to the trail, then the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Your adventure ends here. Trial and error. Trial and error. It's game, man. Toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Already read this, and let's inspect the water. You inspect the water looking for something abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Does it? Okay, let's leave the pen. Yeah. Let's follow the path. And I know what will go in the cave. We've been through this. So let's continue down the path. As you stumble upon a broken wagon. I'm actually going to save here. So right there. There we go. Let's return. There we go. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon. As you look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene, you notice a key on the ground during your search. Picking up the key and continue on your way. After what you felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge nearby. The path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives there is a kind fellow, from what you recall. Maybe he is home? Let's inspect the shack. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not somewhere else. You remember picking up a key from the wagon, and you use it on the door. Door unlocks. Oh, lucky. You decide to help yourself in. I bet it was the bear that broke down the wagon. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. I might inspect the book on the table. Right there, maybe. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I'm thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Something can be intrigued. I don't know. About, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to the extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. I'll leave as soon as I can? No. You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. The key! Oh, man. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Oh, my. Okay, I don't know why that was scary, or... You know what I mean. Walking down the steps leading below, there attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. I'm gonna talk to the woman. As you tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. I thought she'd be dead. Am I the only one that thought that? You there! Let me out of here! The pressure is such a demand, makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up in the beginning with? You'll never believe me even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please have mercy on me. Darkness. Darkness in this place. He was talking about darkness. Woman. Free the woman. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, oh, that scared me. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. When she gets up, she turns toward you. Eats my face? I will now do you a favor. Can the favor be to get out of my face, please? What seems to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. That's why it's called Disturbed, because all these are disturbing. I'm gonna get my charger. If not, in 8 minutes I'm gonna die. Jeez, I need to show you my setup. Ow. Okay, let's decline, see what she says. I will not. No, don't go. Nothing else that interacts you. With nothing else to interact with, you make your own way up the stairs. There's 2 more, so did he have someone else up here? Maybe. Ugh! Ugh! It's really... Oh my gosh, I'm really putting myself in this situation. Like, I'm literally just feeling that inside myself. As you exit, you can hear a woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. As you leave the shack as fast as you could. Of course I would. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. Okay, nothing happens. We're good. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. I don't want to take a nap that close to the house. Just saying. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. I'm going to keep saying that. Okay. As you pick out the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake before you. The ground begins to shake before you get up. Roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. Are you kidding me? A tree kills me? Are you serious? You turn around to see a large, angry face looking back at you. Take a nap? You close your eyes and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your body wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. I know who it might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel jeez, you can't help but feel fearful. Geez, say that 10 times fast. Feel fearful. Gosh. Feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving towards seems like the only logical option now. Alright, I'm gonna go right. Thank you. I picked left. Alright, I'm gonna go left. Thank you. After counting down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Okay. Which way do you go? Oh, is that the path? Ooh, sword. Follow the steps till... Okay, I'm gonna save. Definitely. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Oh, that's a grave. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave. You look at the sword with intrigue. Before you catch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before your apparition. Ah! The sword. May I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. Mushroom? I'm gonna back away from the sword. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. Alright. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. A trail continues on to your right. You step near into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort, sitting at the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it, as if it was calling out to you. I'm gonna leave. If I know anything, I'm not... Now is probably not the time. I want to get it. Okay. A faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond a hill is a large field of grass. Inspect the stone pillars. You stand before a large stone arranged in the shape of a circle, and it appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed there. Seeing that you know what it is, I know what I gotta do for it. But should I do it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save here. Right there. I'm gonna return. Okay? I'm gonna inspect the lake. And I'm gonna dive in. Come on. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way towards it. A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you in its mouth stretching open. You try to leap to the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. I know what I gotta do! I know what I gotta do! I gotta get the sword, jump in there, grab the pearl, and put it there. You know, the stone pillars. Let's inspect the grave. You look at the sword. Remember the last words of the ghost. Only something of a pure essence can free me, a rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. Where am I going to get a flower found in darkness? See, I can go back for a reason, I'm pretty sure. Let's go to the right now. You reach the end of the path in the distance, a tower looking over the area, a great secure passage in the area with the wall around the property. So I can't get the mushroom because it's too far back. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. What? So when I get the pearl, I have either a chance to put it into the tree or the stone thing. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. You look to see something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. Feeling around in your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle. Press the knobs. Press the left knob. Press the middle knob. Press the right knob. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. I don't think I ever heard of combination. You approach the gate cautiously. There's a combination here. Enter. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. There is no doubt the birthplace. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. There is a fountain before you, statues to your right and left. Oh my gosh. Let's inspect the fountain. There's a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain as if it was calling for something. Let's go to the left statue. You see an old statue of an angel that is consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand and the other pointer is up in the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. Before you stands an old angel statue that has broken many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You noticed that there is only 2 remaining fingers in the angel's other hand. Is this the combination? The first one is pointing up. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe this statue. So what did the fountain say? There's a dark haze with the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain as if it was calling for something. Yeah, I don't know. You approach the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. It must be some sort of magic. Inspect the tree. Put your hand through it. You see something shiny in the hole as if it was metal feeling around with your hand. You find 3 knobs, one on the right, one at the center, and one on the left. Press the knobs. So the left one is pointing up. Wait, this isn't a lever. It's like buttons, isn't it? Press the right twice. You hear a rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. Oh my gosh, did I really get that correct? Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole below you seals, entrapping you underneath. Underground. No! Did I get this wrong? Is it backwards? You find yourself with no evident way out on the path before into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. You see 3 separate paths within the wall of the cavern. Which path do you choose? Well, there's 2 on the right. I'm going to go to the right. Passage divides before you. Where do you go? Left. You are forward into the dark, unsure of what lies beyond. 2 paths. Go right. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake with debris scattered around its surrounding area. Inspect the ship. You cautiously walk toward the ship. The air is chilling, and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. As you move about to see where you can go, every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of wood cracking under your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you discover a kitchen, although there is nothing unique about it. You feel you should take a moment to inspect it. You pull one out after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads in the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotted the edge of the wall. Could the knife help with the fish? You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Yeah, it could help. Inspect the oven. I don't think I want to. Let's do it anyways. You see a lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fills the oven chamber. You close the oven door. Alright, let's move on. You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing to use or value. You make your way onto the deck and decide to continue your search. Nothing much but empty rooms, but to remain in dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed near off the corner of the room, and some chairs on the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything, other than the lamp and other objects. There is a small stack of papers, in contrast to the lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. I don't want to mess anything. You move forward into the darkness. Go forward. You casually step forward into the darkness. You come to divide. Dang it! I can't get the pearl now because it said that I'm stuck down here. Let's go to the right. Hear a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you. Whoa! An eye appears here before its gaze pieces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and rip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. You remember the knife you have found and struggle to bring it out. With success, you hold the knife and begin to cut away the appendages that bind you. As you do cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. You come to a divide. Which way do you do? Right. That was awkward. Oh, gosh. The path you walk... Wait. Opening. The path you walk comes to an end before you shines a pillar of light. The flower. That's a flower of darkness. It has to be. The light rests on the corpse, and that seems to have been here for quite some time. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason, you feel hope enter your heart as you gain upon the flower. Surely this flower ease the pain of the specter. No, don't eat it. There is something special about this flower, yeah. That continues to pierce through the darkness of an opening above. Surely this gives you some hope. Blah, blah, blah. Seeing that there is nothing else for you here, you turn. Go out. Let's go left. You continue your way into the darkness. There are separate paths in the cavern. Which path do you take? Left. You cautiously make your way through the darkness. What is this? A mine? What ways? Where do you go? I'll go right. You struggle forward to find a way before it becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance as you continue to make your way forward. Eventually, you make it to some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall which came from. Your guess is that this wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing is the room. You decide to move on through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn around to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floors, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Don't worry, I have a knife. Oh my gosh. Inspect the supplies. Actually. Oh my gosh, this is a fun game. I don't want to let it go. But I'm still going to have time to edit and it's almost 7:08. It is 7:08. Jeez, I love this game already. I didn't want to play it because, like, I saw other YouTubers do it, and I thought it was just a dumb concept. I didn't really like it. But now that I'm playing it, dude, I'm intrigued. This is fun. Whew. Anyways, comment down below if you think this is a fun game. Give me some hints, other things like that. Tell me how to get out of this place. Because I got the leaf for the grave. I got a rusty knife and a sword to kill the fish guy. I can take the pearl to this one place, but I think now that I'm stuck here, I don't think I can get out. Well, anyways, Thank you guys a lot for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for being awesome. Be a buddy. Stay awesome. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.